You know that feeling when you're reading a page, you get to the bottom, and you have absolutely no idea what you just read? Or maybe you're in a conversation, you're nodding along, but your mind is like a million miles away. It's this weird conflict of modern life, right? Our bodies are here, but our minds are, well, somewhere else entirely. In this explainer, we're going to dig into why that happens and, way more importantly, what we can actually do about it. So let me just ask you straight up, where is your mind right now? Are you really here with me, listening to these words? Or is there a little part of your brain that's still replaying an argument from this morning? Or maybe it's already stressing about a deadline that's coming up tomorrow? It seems like such a simple question, but the answer tells you everything about where your energy is really going. You see, the reason it's so incredibly hard to stay present is something we can call the modern mind trap. It's this all too human habit of letting our minds get hijacked by either the past or the future. And as we're about to see, this mental time travel is, you guessed it, the source of so much of our daily stress and unhappiness. And this trap, it pulls us in two main directions. When our minds drift back to the past, we're not just, having a nice memory. We're often ruminating, getting stuck in these loops of regret and guilt over stuff we literally cannot change. And when we slingshot into the future, well, that's just a breeding ground for anxiety, worry, and all kinds of fear about what might happen. Neither one is a very peaceful place to hang out. Okay, so if the past is a trap and the future is a trap, what's the antidote? What's the escape hatch? It's actually really simple, but that doesn't mean it's easy. The solution is learning to live in the now. And this isn't just some feel-good, fluffy idea. Being aware of the present moment is a seriously powerful, practical tool for getting out of that mental trap and finding some genuine peace. And the benefits of finding this antidote? Oh, they are real and they are deep. For starters, being present literally calms your body down. We're talking about lowering cortisol. That's your main stress hormone, the chemical that's behind that constant feeling of being on edge. Then it frees you from regret. It's like you're finally putting down these heavy bags from a yesterday you can't change. And finally, it helps with fear. Because if you think about it, most of our fears live in a future that hasn't even happened yet and probably never will. Now, while modern science is finally proving all these psychological benefits, the idea itself is not new. Not at all. In fact, this wisdom of focusing on the present is a universal truth. It's been echoed by some of the greatest thinkers in history. It's really an ancient solution to a problem that feels very, very modern. Just listen to this for a second. It frames the present not just as a moment, but as the only moment we ever truly have, right? The past is basically a story we tell ourselves, and the future is just a fantasy. This moment, right here, right now, is the only reality we can ever actually live in. And that incredible wisdom, it comes from the Buddha. This teaching has been the cornerstone of mindfulness for literally thousands of years, reminding us that reality only ever exists in the now. Okay, here's another way to look at it from a totally different tradition. The idea here is that life itself, at its core, isn't that complicated. What's complicated is the story our mind builds around it, all the regrets about the past and all the anxieties about the future. The present moment, when you strip away all that mental noise, is actually incredibly simple. That insight comes from Confucius, the famous Chinese philosopher. It just goes to show you how cross-cultural this whole idea is. The struggle to just be here, it's a fundamental part of being human. And let's bring this wisdom right into our time. This is more than just a nice thought. It's a call to action. It's about going from just knowing this in your head to actually feeling it deep down, that this moment, this breath, this is the only thing you ever truly have. And that comes from Eckhart Tolle, whose entire work pretty much revolves around this one profound idea. You could argue he's done more than anyone recently to bring this ancient wisdom into the mainstream, which just shows how hungry we all are for this timeless truth. Okay, so we get the why, that part's clear, but how do we actually do it? How do we train our ridiculously distracted minds to just stay here? Let's get into the practical stuff, your toolkit for living in the now. These are simple things you can start doing today. So here are 5 really powerful habits. But the key is not to get overwhelmed. Please don't try to do them all at once. Just pick one. Maybe it's single tasking. Like tomorrow morning, just drink your coffee. That's it. No phone, no news, no email. Just feel the warmth of the mug and actually taste the coffee. Or try mindful breathing. Just once today, pause and take 3 deep breaths. Focus only on the feeling of the air coming in and going out. These little things, they're like bicep curls for your attention span. The goal is not perfection, it's just practice. So, what's the one big takeaway from all this? If there's one thing to remember, it's about completely reframing how we see this very moment. It's not just a stepping stone to get to the future, it is the destination. And here it is, just summed up in a nutshell. Present moment living isn't some magical state. It's a skill, it's a practice. It's about actively choosing to experience your life as it's happening, by letting go of what you can't control, the past and the future, and embracing the only thing you can, right now. I want to leave you with this beautiful thought from Wayne Dyer. The present moment isn't boring. It's not something we have to rush through to get to the good stuff. It's where all the good stuff, all the wonder is actually happening. It's just waiting for us to notice. Which brings us to our last question for you. If this moment truly is a gift, I mean, that's why they call it the present, right? Then the only question left is, how are you going to unwrap yours?